What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Today, man, Hot Toys is making it rain with all these releases and all that stuff. They are making sure we don't have any money left for our loved ones for this upcoming holiday season. So for those of you who had pre-ordered this, they're released. So expect an email from your retailer anytime soon because it feels like they get it a lot faster than it used to be, right? Like, let's be honest here. They are, even if you pre-ordered in a US seller, feels like they're getting it unlike before. So be ready with this holiday season. But with that being said, I'm excited for this. I'm a DC fan. I don't know if you can tell from my logo. I'm a DC fan. And I have recollection of this movie when I was younger, and I remembered liking it as a child. Oh man, look at that shoulders right there and the elbows. A lot of people are even this pose right here. You can see the shoulder where it kind of dents in, and that's bound to happen, right? Because this is Batman and 89 Batman Robin. Any character who has a kind of rubbery suit, it's just bound to happen. That's just the nature of how it is. Hot Toys is faced with a decision to go with a material that is closer to the source, which is in this case rubber, or they would change it for a better articulation or slash, longevity. And I would say for the most part, Hot Toys would always try to go closer to the source material because the looks, how it looks is important to them. And I think they look great. I think both of this looks fantastic. If you're queasy about those, if that makes you cringe to see those dents and, you see those whenever you bend the arms, you see that folds. It does happen in real life if you have a rubber suit. So it will happen on a toy. With that being said, if that's something you can't stand, I wouldn't pick this up. But that is expected. That is not something new. It happens on Batman Begins. It happens on 89 Batman. And it happens on every, on Batfleck. The good thing about Batfleck is that his suit is not rubber. It's more like a stretchy fabric. So it does not have that denting process where you bend the arm and something, it's a give and take process. But aesthetically, it looks good, in my opinion. Like, you're just going to be limited with some poses. And I learned to accept that. In some figures, that's just going to be the case. And Batman, he's one of those. I bet you the legs are not going to be as movable at all. I can almost guarantee that. It's almost going to be close to no movement whatsoever when it comes to those legs. Robin is the same way. So I kind of mix them all up. In this kind of review, I want to be perfectly clear here. I want to get these two figures. I want them. I want them in my collection. I haven't rewatched the movie since I watched it when I was young because, I heard so many bad things about this movie, and I don't want to taint my experience when I was younger and watch it as an adult and find out the things that does not make sense about the movie, because I know I did that with RoboCop, and it kind of tainted the experience for me watching it as an adult. So I want to keep the purity of me watching this film back then. With that being said, I think as a figure, aesthetically, they look great. They can pose as much as you ask them to. I guess that's the right wording here. As much as you can. They could pose, all right? Like, you don't see any movements on the legs or the knees and all that stuff. I'm sure they could move a little, but it's not necessary just by themselves. And I think of course, it's Batman and Robin. They're complementary to each other. If you don't have the funds, I would say I can see Batman selling out first, of course, but Robin itself, something about the color scheme and the shiny material, it just pops off the screen. It like just grabs your attention with the green and the red, with a gold belt, the black mask and everything. It just looks good and doesn't hurt that the face looks fantastic as well. Batman, on the other hand, has so many features. He got tons of accessories. You know, the eyes do move. I don't remember this. Can you replace the mouth plates? I believe you could. You know, it's Batman. But this pose right here, they just complement each other so well. And they look good in your shelf, in my opinion. Now, if you're into photography, they can still tell a story even without any villains yet. We don't know if Hot Toys is willing to dive deep into this franchise. I guess it all depends on how this two sells. But even if you just get both, or maybe just Batman, or if Robin, let's say you're a Robin fan and you pick them up and you have Batman in your collection, it's there as individual figures. They look fantastic. Now we can make fun of Robin's staff, bulging staff in there, but that's just, you know, that's how the costume was made. It's not Hot Toys' fault, so I'm not gonna blame them for that. Overall, I think it looks great. Honestly, this Batman, yes, it does, you know, bend and all that stuff. The shiny suit looks good to me, you know, up until you get some creases, and you will, you know, hopefully not too bad. These are the figures where, yes, you can post them. Are they ideal to be posed for a long time? No. You know, you already see the creases on Robin's kind of like elbow joint in there. And that's bound to happen. That's bound to happen. The back of the knees, you know, any parts where you can kind of bend it. You see, like they move the shoulder a little bit up, and you see the dent on the kind of upper chest, and that's fine. It is what it is. You buy this figure, you post them, you take a picture, then you put them back on a museum pose where it's safe, right? It's safe. You put the hands on the waist. Don't even do this, because if you do this for a long time, that means the elbows are slightly bent, so you are gonna get creases, you know, on the arm. So best case, get them, put them together on your Detolf or whatever shelf you have, Modu case. Put the arms down to their side, and just enjoy it. Enjoy the visuals of the figure. And as a DC fan, we don't get a lot of DCs. We don't. And, you know, with this news now that they're kind of revamping how they look, I mean, they're going to kind of deviate from the DCEU. You know, I'm anticipating even less DC figures in the long run, because right now we're just waiting for Black Adam, you know, and Cyborg, which is supposed to be released this December, but, you know, got pushed back. So not a whole lot of options right there. So I am looking forward to picking this up. Didn't pre-order them. I'm banking on the fact that this would get discounted. And if it doesn't, and I missed out on them, you know, I'm okay as well. You know, I'm okay. But I want them. I do. I think, look at this picture right here. My God. I think they're good-looking figures. I think they look well. They're posable. They complement each other, and I think they're gonna stand out on your shelf. We'll pick them up, definitely, if the right price comes in mind. It's just that this year I've picked up so many figures with all the sale and all that stuff, so I'm kind of stepping back and slowing down on picking up new stuff. So I'll do that. I was selling some figures too, so I don't feel too bad about myself, you know, taking advantage of that sale, the one that we just had. So I would, but this is on my radar. Definitely, both of them are on my radar. Comes down to the right price, definitely would pick them up. You know, if you're a fan, if a big fan, you know, it's, even if you pick this up on MSRP, I think the price is pretty good for this too anyway. So I don't think you'll regret it. You know, just be careful, because these materials are kind of delicate, so to speak. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments how you feel about this figure. Are you going to pick them up? Or you just hate the movie? Because a lot of people does. Or you'd be like, hey, you know what? The suit is too delicate. I don't want to deal with that. And those are valid concerns, but I just want to hear your overall thoughts on this. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.